Hi, this is Matt from Ptronic, and today I'm going to talk about the PMC Remote Access and Data Logger. The PMC is an extension card which can be connected to the Ptronic controller range to give advanced features such as remote access via a phone or a tablet, and also data logging of the dust collector parameters such as on and off times and differential pressure of the controller. You can also change any of the parameters that you can change via the Modbus RTU channel of the Ptronic controller range, such as the pulse on and off times and the differential pressure settings of the controller. I'll now show you what it's like to use the PMC Remote Access and Data Logger. And here I have a PMC connected to an 80 output system. This is the actual PMC card that gets connected to any of the Ptronic dust controller range, so an E6, an E10, or an Echo controller. It connects via the Modbus RTU channel of the controller range, and any of the Modbus channels that are available on each of those controller ranges is available through this card. The card has onboard data storage on an SD card, so it acts as a data logger and records all the parameters coming from the Modbus channel. So it gives you historical information about the differential pressure, for example, of the dust collector. It also has an Ethernet output port, so you have Modbus TCP IP, so you can connect to the controller, the dust card, to any of your local networks and get remote access to the controller via any networked computer. It also has an inbuilt Wi-Fi hotspot, so you can walk up to the controller if you're within the Wi-Fi range and connect with your phone or any tablet and get access to all the same information. I'll now show you some of the information on this screen here. So this tablet is currently connected via Wi-Fi to the Ptronic PMC controller, and this is what the main page looks like. So it gives you the high level information of the controller. So on the left hand side here we have a countdown timer, the differential pressure level, and it tells you whether the unit is in auto mode, manual mode, and whether it's running or stopped. So currently the controller is in auto mode and it's stopped because the differential pressure is 2 millimeters of water gauge. If I slowly increase the pressure here, the unit will start to pulse because it's now within the high range. You can see that the unit changed from halt to the run status. I can now turn the unit into a sequential timer if I don't want it to operate under differential pressure control, just by selecting the manual button and confirm. And the unit is now operating as a manual sequential timer. I can also halt the unit to stop it from pulsing. There's other pages here, and whether you have access to these pages will depend on which controller you've connected the controller to. We'll now look at the solenoid valve page. And here we can make basic adjustments to the sequential timer pulse settings, such as the on time in milliseconds, so this is how long the valve will pulse for, and the off time, so how many seconds between pulses. So here I'm pulsing the valve for 150 milliseconds every 8 seconds. To change it is really easy. I just delete the number, enter a new number, hit confirm. The number has updated here, so this will now pulse every 4 seconds. If the controller is connected to a differential pressure controller, such as the Echo, you'll have access to the differential pressure page. And this gives you historical information of the differential pressure and also allows you to adjust the settings. So these are all the differential pressure settings here. This tells you when to start and stop pulsing and when to increase the pulsing speed when it hits the alarm phase. You can change the units from millimeters of water to kPa to inches of water gauge. Along the middle here is the differential pressure trend of the controller. This is showing in the last 1 hour, this is the differential pressure trend, but you can select any length of time that you want, 12 hours, 24 hours, 1 year's worth of data. If you want to download the data, you go to the General Settings tab, you enter the date range that you want the information to be downloaded for, select Download Data, and it will download it to the device as an Excel file, which you can then use to review and check the data trends. And that's the PMC controller. For more details, go to the link in the description. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments below or go to www.ptronic.com and send us a message.